Hi, my artist friends, it's Miss Rabon here. I just wanted to talk to you guys today about something called texture. And texture is how something feels. Today, I want to send you on a texture hunt. But before you do that, I want to talk to you a little bit about two different kinds of texture. One type of texture is called visual texture. And visual texture starts with the letter V. And the way that I like to remember visual texture is that visual texture is a texture that I can see. I can't feel it, but I can see it. So I can't actually touch it, but I know it's there. So visual texture is texture that I can see, but I can't feel. The wood grain on this table, I can see the lines, I can see the designs, but I can't feel it. The table feels smooth, okay? So visual texture I can see, but I can't feel. Also things that have a pattern. Maybe a pattern is printed on a shoe or printed on a shirt or printed on a skirt. Maybe flowers all over a skirt. I might be able to see those flowers, but I can't feel them. If the skirt really had the flowers all over it that I could feel, it probably wouldn't feel as good. I have some examples of some visual texture here behind me as well. So this little box here, if you look at the side of it, it has a really pretty Moroccan pattern design. But if I feel this, I can't actually feel the design. I can feel that the box is smooth, but I can't feel that pattern. So that's visual texture, texture that I can see. The opposite of that is called tactile texture. Tactile texture is texture that I can touch. And I like to remember that like this. Tactile texture you can touch. 3 T's. Tactile texture you can touch. So tactile texture, I can see it and I can touch it. So I have some examples to show you. So this stuffed animal here, this is one of Emerson's favorite stuffies. It has a very soft tactile texture. I can look and see the woven threads, really pretty texture. The fuzzy pin here, this is a really fun tactile texture. I can touch that. Notebook has a hologram on the front and I can feel the lines there. And then the spiral, okay, that's what drew me to this notebook. I said, ooh, that's a cool tactile texture. Lego base plate, okay, the top of it is a cool tactile texture and the back of it as well. All right, bubble wrap, really fun texture there. Definitely gotta pop some, I can't help it. I've gotta do it, I gotta do it. Oh yes, so fun, so fun. All right, so bubble wrap, cool tactile texture. Sweetgrass baskets. South Carolina, in South Carolina, that's one of the art forms that we are most famous for, the sweetgrass basket weavers out of Charleston. And this is a pot holder made by a sweetgrass basket weaver from Charleston. But when I saw it this morning in the kitchen, I said, ooh, that's a great example of tactile texture. I can feel these bumps and ridges. And even the basket here, the side of it has these ovals cut out. That's a tactile texture. I can hear it, I can feel it. Okay, so tactile texture you can touch. So your job today is to go around your home, inside your house, outside of your house, it doesn't matter. You can do a combination of both and find some textures that you can get a cool design by rubbing. Now you don't actually rub a crayon or a pencil on the texture that you find, but you have to put a piece of paper down on top of it. So that's what we did here. For this little section here in the corner, I took this, I slid it back behind my paper, and I rubbed with the pink crayon, and that's what got me those pink designs there that kind of look like swirls because of the texture here. This is the back of the Lego plate, and this is the front of the Lego plate, so 2 different designs on one thing. If you don't have a Lego plate, you could probably do some rubbings of little Legos. So this is just what I came up with. If you are an older student, meaning like maybe you're in 1st and 2nd grade or even older than that, you might want to try doing a texture burst, which means that before you go out and find your textures, you divide your paper up into sections somehow. I call this a texture burst because you put a dot in the center first, then you make lines going out from that to give yourself some sections for your texture burst. Emerson did one as well. And then for my younger artists, Everly did these, and she didn't put sections on her paper. And I really actually enjoy how this turned out with the different colors and the overlapping parts and the different textures that we were able to find. So whenever you're planning out your design, I had 8 shapes, so I knew that I could do a pattern of 2 colors and that it would work. So I did violet, pink, violet, pink, violet, pink, violet, pink, and knew that would work because I had 8 sections. Emerson, however, had 9 sections. So he said he was going to do a pattern of 3 because 3 times 3 equals 9. Or 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. So he knew his pattern would work. So he did red, blue, green, red, blue, green, red, blue, green as his design. But that wouldn't have worked on mine because I only have the 8 sections. So be careful of that. I hope you guys can find some interesting textures. Please send me some pictures of your work and have fun going on a texture hunt.